Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Had a bit of a little bit of excitement setting up today. I was figuring, I'll just get on and start streaming, and next thing you know, my what is this? Why is there a waypoint here? Interesting. I have set that there. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I am going to set things up really quick. There we go. And I think, here we go. Is that better? So my stream settings got completely reset, guys. So there's most likely going to be some quality inconsistencies and things. I try to relatively get things sorted out, but there is a lot of struggles today. So just be aware, there's most likely going to be some issues in today's stream. But anyways, it looks like the follow tree is working, so at least that's good. Occupodium, good to see you. Zero World, aka Zazzy, John Tree, and Schmacko Fats. Good to see you guys. Especially to you there, John T and Mako. Good to see you guys. So, we have switched to creative mode, and we are now working on this here. But right now, we are working on the surroundings around Duncaladon here. So there is a lot of stuff to do. Hey, Salt. Hey, Fing. How you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hi. I'm eating some yogurt at the moment, not doing much.
Okay. You can call me Love or Lumiere if that makes any sense. Okay.
What happened to your computer?
Well, it's not my computer. It was my OBS. My OBS software that I use pretty much, is my streaming platform. I have everything set up, and there's just a whole bunch of different things. Like, for example, the starting slides, the starting overlay, and then the overlay, and then the follow tree, and all these different, the jar, the BRB screen, which is probably not even working. Yeah, the BRB screen isn't working, so I have to find that image and wherever that is. So basically all my stream settings got reset, so it's probably not going to be a very quality stream today, but you know what?
Oof.
People won't care. They just want to see
When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. But anyways, yeah, this is looking great there, Salt. You did a lot of work today. This is nice. Very nice.
This hedgerow just looks epic.
It really does. I really like how that turned out. And then
8 hours or something. Salt?
Say again?
8 hours of work, he said.
Yes. Salt's been on all day. I've seen him. Working. Duke stream after those 5 weeks of no Wi-Fi. I'm sure, Zazzy. I'm sure. That sounds like it was a heck of an ordeal. I know that you were having quite a few issues with your provider. There we go. So again, guys, I'm trying to get settings back in order. So if you notice anything specific, let me know, and then we'll see about getting that fixed. So it actually looks like that. I mean, the only thing that we really should work on for this side is figuring out what to put here. Another large limestone boulder.
Where are you? Because you're invisible. Are you in spectator mode?
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, I was in spectator mode.
Because I can't tell where you are. There.
Yeah, I was flying around.
I was wondering. Okay, we could do a big limestone boulder here just to break up some of the greenery.
Yeah, I like that.
Only jubbing out of the end. It's not the feature, but I think that would look nice to whatever you do want to do down here.
And I do want to try to figure out a practical thing to put here. So for those of you that are viewers in the stream, if you guys could think of something like, maybe someone's coming down here to, I don't know, fish for crayfish, or, I don't know, it does get a little bit, it's a little bit steep. So this would not be a very good spot for crayfishing. So I don't know. What do you think, Salt?
We can put a little pier in here, just not highly elevated, just 2 blocks up.
All right. So a viewer in the stream asked for a quick little highlight show around of Dunkaldon really quick. So I'm gonna do that really fast.
Yeah, go for it.
So this was one of our most recent additions. Saltheart and Fing built this. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. It was the day before. Yeah, they built this. This is the fishing, sort of like a fishing hut. This is where the main, this is where the fishermen would come. This is where their canoes would dock. This boat would dock here, etc. And so that's kind of the purpose of this, is the main fishing hut type of thing. You got a storage building over in here, and probably a little cold storage building there, or thing in the side there. Wash clothes. It's a little too far for washing clothes, and not really for crabbing. We are in a lake. I'm not sure if crabs would be here. Mending area. Remember, just like, it's quite a hike. Like, if you're gonna come here, like, there has to be a solid reason for it, you know? It's quite a hike to get over here. There's no buildings in this general vicinity. It's just fields and a long road. The closest buildings to here will be a hamlet right here. It'll be like 2 buildings and then a large like stable building. All of this down here is going to be pasture lands for like horses and oxen and stuff, all kinds of, weird stuff like that. That would have happened to the shore. All right, so coming around this side, I got most of this on a video. So if you want to watch and see like what all the secrets are inside the village, you're welcome to go ahead and watch the video. And I pretty much show everything in the video. But anyways, coming around here, this is the front part, the front gate, front kill box or barbican thing. But that was episode 2. Episode 1 was just getting started. Episode 2, we finished this whole village. And now episode 3, I am thinking at our current rate of progress, we'll be able to finish the whole plan. Like, we'll see. But we're basically separating it into high priority and low priority. So basically, everything between these creeks is high priority. So all of this on this side of the creek and all of this on this side of the creek is high priority. And I just did something here. What did I just do? There we go. So, and then low priority is on the other side of the creeks, on either side.
Oopsie.
Should I play Assassin's Creed? The Witcher 3 or For Honor? I would go with Witcher 3 because that's what I know. And I did like Witcher 3 a lot. Maybe sand and gravel dredging. I feel like some sort of resourcing. That actually, that makes sense. Like a clay. Like this is maybe a spot where they would come down and get some clay. But that means we'd have to terraform onto the lake here, which would be quite a job. You knew I'd say Witcher, yes. One for Black Flag. Yeah, I'm definitely for Witcher. Alright, so, yeah, let's get over here and get to building. So, and I don't think a clay, I feel like if we're gonna do a clay pit, it would make more sense to have along the creek somewhere. Not sure where, but I feel like it would just make more sense to have like a little wet spot somewhere, or like not even by the creek, like maybe it could be like up a little bit, like in a, just where the, like a little pit, and then it's like a little trickling stream. I don't know. See, when I usually think of clay pits, it's in the midst of a small stream, not a creek, but like it's a stream, and then it's flowing into the creek, because the stream would be pooling down a lot of the sediment, and it would be slow enough to keep the clay soft, but okay, yeah, if it was in a creek, all that clay would just wash out, but a stream, I think, would just be enough. Maybe Salt's idea, a small pier with a couple of rowboats. Is that, did you suggest that, Salt?
Yeah, just a little jetty essentially. Because
Just a little
the
dock
hill
type
is
thing.
steep.
Honestly, I think that probably would be the best bet. And like maybe what we could do is extend the shore just out, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 blocks, and then we could put some like just like this over here. This is pretty much just like this. And then we could have like some canoes or something lying on the actual beach itself.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just something like that coming along here. Would be a river operation. Sand and gravel are from lakes because that's where they accumulate. Clay would be a river operation. Yeah, I'm just the thing about me is I get a lot of my inspiration from Artocraft, and I keep thinking about how Artocraft does it, and Artocraft usually has their clay pits along streams that lead into creeks. And I think that just makes a lot of sense to me because you don't want the water source to be, you know, running too fast, because if it's running too fast, all that clay would just get washed away. But if it's a slow moving, you know, water, it'll be just enough to keep that clay soft and moist to be usable for, you know, whoever's working with it. I almost feel like we should change all this sand into to mud, but no,
I know. I have been in patches, just patches.
Yep. We also need. I apologize. You guys can probably hear that. That is my son running around upstairs. He makes himself known. We'll use some of that. These years ago, watching the Lumiere video of you explaining rivers. It gave you a flashback. I'm no expert, but I do like to try to relatively reference, you know, realism where I can. I don't try to overdo it. Like, you know, I think there are times where realism can become too much of a focus and you kind of lose a little bit of fun, at least for me. But there are definitely times where realism and things of that nature just really add to the overall build. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here. Just every now and then. Yeah. And see, our theme for this village is a fishing village, so we definitely want to indicate that this lake is a, you know, it's full of fish, so, and full of resources, natural resources. I mean, it's not a huge lake, but there were plans to terraform this and make this all into one big lake, but still, even with that, it would be still not a very large lake, realistically at least. Yeah, and that's exactly right there, John T. And see, one thing that I have planned is we're going to have hamlets. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one like either there or there. And then a small... So basically there's going to be hamlets all the way around, right? And each hamlet is going to be designated to certain resourcing and, you know, certain reasons why they're there. For example, this hamlet down here will be more for livestock. So like we're gonna have you know, cattle, sheep, horses, things of that nature around here. So that's what their purpose is going to be. This one up here, I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided on this one either. I was thinking this one could be like, I guess we could do that one here, but actually I think that would make the most sense because we could use that stream as the Then again, there's a lot of ideas floating in my head. There are people in our group, those members in our group that want to put a mill here on this creek here. So we'll see what happens. But the mill the mill would not be for cutting logs though. There are ways of doing sort of quote unquote Iron Age logging mills, but they're not made with like water wheels or wind power or something. It's actually something more analog, but it's still a very interesting and neat mechanism that we can design for that. But yeah, we do plan on having hamlets with specified purposes around Dun Caledon. So like Dun Caledon itself would be more for, you know, the townsfolk or whatever, and then around the outside would be more for the resources. Okay, I really need to get to building. We need to stop talking about stuff and actually do something. I get a lot more done off stream.
Otherwise you won't get your building fix.
Yes, yes, exactly. So.
Alright, that little boulder looks
outdoor
good.
upside down boats built on frames. Yeah, well, you know, we've gone fantasy. Fingolfin is he's our shipmaster, and he builds much more what do you call it? I wouldn't say modern. What would you call this, Fang? Okay, he's not here right now. But this is a much more modern boat, but, you know, obviously we're not going to remove it in favor of a more age-appropriate or era-appropriate boat. So, you know, that's going to stay. So there are obviously things that we are allowing to slip through here and there that gives, you know, it's not quite period appropriate. So there are definitely going to be things like that throughout our build. But yes, I do know. I do know. And there, Tim. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I want to thank Tim in front of all you guys. So I recently upgraded my memory up to 64 gigs because I was having so many issues with just 16 gigs, believe it or not. Especially in the video editing environment, you need a lot of extra gigabytes of memory in order to run everything. You know, Minecraft so I can get the shots, OBS so that I can record the shots, and then of course Adobe Premiere so that I can edit the shots. And having all of those open at the same time use a lot of memory, and so my stuff kept crashing. Well, anyways, when I installed the new sticks, my memory just went crazy. Or not my memory, my fans went crazy. They were like upwards of like 1500 RPM, 1800 RPM, and it was like an airplane engine at my feet. And then Tim came in and saved the day, so I appreciate that, Tim. Hey there, Brain, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Mart the Fart, good to see you. Man, I love these names. These are great. Ducon needs to grow a long braided
Salt Heart
high
sound
top.
positively boring.
Say again?
Makes Salt Heart sound incredibly boring.
Wait, what? Oh, Salt Heart, yes. Yeah, well, the same thing with Ducon, you know? But like, the next Brain, Mart the Fart, Zero World. What other names? Fingolfin, like such strange and fun names. You're the one who fixed it. Well, you're the one that helped me fix it, so yes, I appreciate that, Tim. Okay, so if we're going to be doing a little dock here, I do believe that it should be raised one up from the soil. So let me grab something here.
Agreed.
Let's do beams, maybe. Let's do. I always use the same beams, and I guess we're going to be using the same again. So I think it's just going to be this, that, and do I want to come out one more? We'll see. There we go. Yeah, we'll come out one more just for the kicks and giggles. Just for the kicks and the giggles. Alrighty, so we'll raise that on up to here, and then we're gonna grab a mixture of different things. Although I'm curious to see how this works out, because I've done this before, but I don't think I've done this diagonally. So we'll see how this works. We want boards as well. We want that and that. All right, and we're gonna do twos. I've been RuneScape grind. You're always on a RuneScape grind there, Tim. When are you not on a RuneScape grind? Ever since I've known you, you've been on RuneScape grinds. Doing the surroundings and creative? Yeah, it was especially, I think it was you, Salt, that really, like, I was definitely having my, what do you call it, I was kind of getting tired of survival, but I wasn't gonna say anything. But then Salt and Fish were like, yeah, let's do this in creative. And I was like, you know what? I completely agree with that. And so we were able to get permission from Rect to finally move over to creative. And I gotta say, it was, it makes me very happy. It really does.
Yeah.
This project, just building all this in survival it's exhausting, to say the least. You know, this is actually working out really well. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, very decent. And Proprio, I'm doing good. We are, as you can see, working on the surroundings. This, Conquest Reforged is one of those things where, you know, we tried it. Like, survival and Conquest Reforged, it's fun. But like any survival adventure, once you know, get to the top, it's just like, why am I still doing this? You know, why am I can fly. I have tools. Basically, the whole point is like you
can't die. You're invincible.
Exactly. So there's like no point at that. You know, once you get to that point.
We have farms that can get you to like a level 150 in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
You don't need experience anymore. It's just pointless. It was just time consuming at that point.
Yeah. And see, both Salthard and I, you know, well, all of us in the group, we all kind of need, you know, kind of respect for the time that we do have, because, you know, we don't have much. Like for me, for example, I just don't, I don't have that much time.
Yeah.
So when I do get on, I'd much rather be building, right? Instead of finding resources and constantly being interrupted to get resources so that I can build. So, anyways, what do you think there, Salt? Is that decent?
Great. Yep.
I do want to try to. Underneath and we're good. I do think I want to try to break it up just a little bit. I'm thinking about adding in a couple of these every now and then. Unfortunately, that doesn't give me the boards though. I'll have to find some different types. But anyways, yeah, something like that every now and then. All right, we need another board. Let's do maybe this guy. Let's see what this guy does. Ah, it's too light. I don't know. Maybe it's like, maybe it's a new board.
They do a mossy version and a barnacle covered version of that wood. Which
I'm not. I like this, but the problem with this is it doesn't have the board varieties. So that's what I'm trying to. I want this.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to find something that works with that. Oh wait, the barnacle version does have boards to it.
Oh, there you go.
And the mossy version does as well. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's fun. That's fun.
But yeah, the normal version, the jungle wood version doesn't. That's interesting. Okay. The older planks do. Let's see what the older planks look like. Okay, yes, I do like the older planks. Those have a nice little touch to them. Yeah, and it does look like it's fresh. So like we can have like one or two of those in there. I'm just trying to add a little bit of variety to the texturing so that it's not so, you know, samey. I'm definitely the one for trying to variate things to make it feel a little bit more interesting as we're building. I am definitely not one for copy and pasting stuff. That is not me. Maybe we can put one there. And then one there. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm pretty down with that. All right, and then also another thing that we could do, if I remember correctly, there was a trapdoor. No, never mind. We're not going to use any of those. Yeah, it looks like repairs. Yeah. Hey there, Lumios. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've been keeping up with what we're up to. We're working on the surroundings of Dun Caledon, which is now in creative. Dun Caledon itself was built in survival, but we are now switching to creative. And oh yeah, I like what you did there, Salt. That's nice, very nice. A little bit of moss there on the beams there.
Yep, looks nice under there.
All right.
That's it, but it has to be right.
Exactly. We do need some, like, this I do think makes sense. Let me find it. Where is it? Okay. I gotta get used to the inventory again, because I haven't used this in a little while. Alright, here we go. We want some crab baskets, so like maybe they can just throw those in. Now this would not be for crabs, it would be for crayfish, or whatever, you know, creatures of the... It also could be a fish trap, you know? There is that.
Yep. The hut that Thing and I built, they're going to be manufacturing those. That's where they're going to build them.
Oh, okay. They make the cages there.
Yep.
Nice,
they're going to have them all over the piers here, and they're going to be sitting on the end of this pier too. And
yes. Yeah, they're TBA illustrations. I feel like that's going to be a very normal question for this evening. But yes, we are definitely going to be switching to creative. You know, a lot of people have asked that tonight. But yeah, we're switching to creative simply because it's just a more efficient way of doing this. Otherwise, we just, you know, what takes literally, I don't know, half an hour in creative takes, I don't know, 2-3 hours in survivals. So this just makes more sense. It really does. So that's why we decided to switch over. I also feel like, how long has it been since I streamed last? Like it's only been about 2 weeks, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I feel like I'm a little rusty. And also that whole stream, that whole OBS thing switching up on me really threw me off today. It's funny, like I'm a very like, things have to be right in order, and if they're not, it like throws me off. Hey there, Dark Eater. Yeah, I'm doing good. Django, good to see you. Wait, Django, when did you join? I saw you the first time. I think I did. Yeah. Okay, there your little greeting. Appler Enigma, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's do a little canoe here. I'm trying to think how we're gonna do this though. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a normal run-of-the-mill canoe. Actually, do we want to do a carved out canoe, or do we want to do a like a built canoe? Like there's two ways of doing canoes, like out of a log, or out of a you know, out of boards.
I think out of a log.
Out of a log, okay. We'll do that.
So basically vertical slabs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna make it out of, I'm thinking here, we're gonna make it out of an oak log. And we're going to do it in several steps. This, that there. Actually, bring that back. Now this is the problem because these will not connect horizontally, but
it's I wish that texture was directional.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But then again, would the bark still be on it, or would it be all stripped?
That's true. I mean, you could just go for like a stripped oak.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Although
thinking.
I think the grain still isn't directional on that, but anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So you can go with whichever you prefer.
Working on a longboat right now. Nice there, Appler. Yes, you are in fact another ship master of the Conquest community. Well, actually, no, you build in vanilla. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought I remembered I was having different images playing around in my mind, but I know you've been posting on my Discord building vanilla ships. Yeah, I was gonna say you and Fang could get along real well. You only realized I was back yesterday. 3 years ago, binge watched all your Chateau de Lumiere, and then your next vid was leaving one. Yes, we are back. Yeah, I missed it. I did. I really wanted to come back and just do something. And ultimately that was the decision. I thought it was just best to come back, and because I was already building anyways, I was already in Minecraft, even when I was not Ducon. When I was my other account, I was still pretty much consistently building, and so yeah, I was like, might as well come back anyways. So, does that look good? Like little like seats in there? Or do you think it should be like maybe 2?
Yeah, I think it's good. Needs longer ends. You making it longer?
Oh, you think it needs to be longer?
Yeah, it needs like a what do you call it? Horizontal plank, slab.
Horizontal slab. Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about like
like
this, that, like something like that.
Yeah, what I was thinking, whether you do, let me try the other end. I'll do the 7. Come on. What's in the way there? Oh, it's because that's sharing a block with the Let me just take that out for a second.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah.
And then if you do this, and then you can make it like it's curved. Do you know what I mean? Like it curves up at the ends.
I like that. Yes. I think I'm going to make that out of stripped, though. Let me see if that works. There we go. And then I need stuff. I need this.
And then do one on the bottom, one on the top like that. Yeah. See? Cute.
And then I think like a 1 back there or something. But I think that should be made out of bark or something. Yeah, maybe that instead. Yeah, here we go. I like that. That's a solid looking canoe thing. I still feel like it needs
Put it in the water.
Something. Say what?
Put it in the water, see if it floats.
I don't know about that. I like the seats. Both ships are done in Conquest. I enjoy it more than vanilla. They are done in Conquest. Really? Okay, let me go check again. I've been having a lot of people post vanilla stuff in my Discord, so that is in Conquest. Appler, I apologize. I did not look close enough. But then again, when I was looking at it last, it was on my phone. And just trust me when I say my phone does not show me the full picture as it does when I look at my, full resolution monitor here. Sorry about that. All right. What else are we gonna do here? So we got ourselves a little canoe-like thing. There needs to be more here still. There needs to be more. What am I gonna do here? I guess one thing that we could do is like toss some sticks up here. Something like this. Maybe so there's some sticks that got thrown up on the shoreline somehow. How am I gonna do this? If only there was like one that was... They're like every single one I'm trying is... Oh, there we go. That's good. There we go, a branch to a tree that floated up here. That's actually a really good detail. Honestly, we can lose the branches and we can just do something like that. like a little limb that floated up here on the bank here.
Go for a mossy or partially mossy version.
I don't think we have that in the stick versions.
Boom.
Yeah, we only have a very limited amount of branches. Let's see. Do we have anything mossy? No, we don't. Yeah, they only have very basic varieties.
I gotcha.
All right, so let's get some rocks in here, some limestone rocks. Toss those around. Very nice. What else, guys? Come on, some ideas here. We got a canoe, we got a dock. I feel like the dock needs more. I feel like I need to reference my Breaking Silence video because I put some details on the dock that actually looked really good. I'm trying to remember what some of those were, but I don't remember. My little hermit house.
Do you want a little ladder off the side down into the water in case you're in the water and you've got to get back out?
I don't think it's far enough out to do that because you can easily just swim up to the shore here.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
you know, if it was like an ocean and this thing was like way out there, then yeah, I would do that. But this is too. It's too close to the shore, I think. A little campfire area? That actually is not a bad idea. What do you think, Salt?
Yeah.
A little campfire right
Make
here.
a little nice little fire circle. Yeah, perfect.
Something like that, right?
Couple of stools.
Right
Yeah,
there. That's a
lovely.
good spot. And then let's go grab a few stools. Honestly, I feel like this would be a better option. Instead of stools, we can just do some little logs, you know, in different types. I feel like if we did it all oak, it would be a little bit monotonous, right? So we'll do one that's dark oak. Something like that. And I guess we'll do one stool, just to, again, to break it up. We'll do spruce. Now, where's the spruce one gonna go? Right there. That's a good spot for it. And then, you know, one thing that would be really good for right here, I'm trying to think of a way to make it look like there's fish being cooked over the fire. I think there is a way. We want our wicker and okay, that's not going to work. What if we did it like that? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Darn it. I guess what we could do is just do a little pot. You know, it's a very generic type of detail, but I think it works, you know, for the most part. Just a little pot of something being cooked right there.
Yeah, I think, you know, it implies what we're thinking.
Yeah. Into that my job, game environment artist, layout, back out, major shapes, refining passes, detailing population. It's just neat to see how kind of universal creating world is. Yes, yes, yes. So you actually are in the game making business. That's awesome there, Lemoyne. Perhaps some trees a bit closer to the water. That's an interesting idea. I mean, we do, Frar is our environment artist in terms of trees and stuff. He's the one that's, we got some pillagers here. He's the one that's been doing all of this through here. All of this naturalization going through this area. This is all by Frar. He is a really good terraformer. And yeah, it's been turning out beautiful. But yeah, I'm thinking a small bush right here would look nice. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so what kind of bush do we want to do is the question. We are working on the eastern side, the lake side of Dun Caledon. We have started the surroundings, and believe it or not, all of this, including that hut and the wall and everything, is all, what, 2 days of work? Or 3 days, I'm sorry, 3 days of work. Man, we're flying by here. This is great. The progress has been amazing. Okay, so we're gonna use oak again, and we're gonna make a little thingy here. Let's use pillars. There we go. And then we're just going to make some branches coming from that. I do not have the patience for these branches as others do. These are just, whoa, they rub me the wrong way. And see, that's, it's so annoying. Like, I want branches to be on this, but I can't do that because it has to extend into the bit there. Druss, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Maybe some bowing in the dock to show age of the dock. Runners for canoes that could be repaired. Runners for canoes that could be repaired or newly built on the shorelines. That's an interesting idea. I mean, we don't really have much more room on the shore. I mean, we still got plenty of lake, you know, plenty of shoreline. Like over here, this is our boat maker. So I'm sure that we could utilize more of this shoreline here for more boat making. I think for over on this side, we can stick to already built stuff. What do you think, Salt? I think.
Sorry, miles away.
I think we can just keep the boat making towards Fingolfin's boat making area.
Well, because otherwise, I mean, you know, this isn't a natural place for resources. You somehow got to get all the resources down here, which probably isn't happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we're done with survival now. Survival was just taking way too long. We were going crazy, so we decided it was time to just move on and get to creative mode, which is working out a lot better for us. I'm sure you can imagine. But yeah. Time for some creative. Okay, so we got a really crappy looking tree, but it's coming along. Need a full block. There we go. Put that there. Because that makes sense. The branch goes up and then comes back down. Oh my goodness. And then I think what we're gonna do is I want a diagonal and up. This is the 45 up. Okay, that's what we want. And that's gonna go right here. No, it needs to go down one. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There we go. We got the fixins for a small tree there. Mission accomplished. Dractus, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. All right, what kind of leaves do we want here? I feel like we got a lot of oak leaves and green leaves down in this area, but I feel that we should probably continue that considering reasons. Like if I were to do a different color leaf, it would be a little bit drastic. Oh, I like this table you did over here there, Salt. Very nice. With the wheel, the round wheel.
Oh yeah, yeah, just a little place to have lunch.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like that. Some trees have ones that go down. Yeah. I know. It's just, I just find it funny. Like the branch is like, we're going up, and then suddenly at the end, we're going down. I'm sorry. It's just, I get amused at stupid little things like that. All right, yeah, we're just gonna do oak leaves. We'll just continue the design. I was also thinking on a previous stream, one of the viewers, Patrick's, had suggested that we cultivate the mushrooms, right? And make them into some sort of like, some sort of food source, right? So maybe what we could do for one of these farms is actually like grow a bunch of mushrooms, and then somehow or some way there's like a farmer that's harvesting them, and we could somehow make that happen. I don't know how we would do that, but it would just be an interesting and unique feature, I feel. Yeah, I like that. That's a neat little area here. Still feel like there needs to be some more. I guess one thing that could help here is like maybe some firewood. Just a little bundle, something like this. Probably put it right there. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, we're building on Rex server right now. Yep. Yeah, survival was way too time consuming. We were building this and it took 2 months just to build that village. Whereas if we were building this in creative, I would venture to say it would probably take us a month. But yeah, survival doubles the time of, you know, getting things done. So we just felt it was best to move on and be a little bit more efficient with our time. And so that's what we're doing. All right, I'm thinking a little bit of some bushes here, some bracken on there, and then we can go ahead and fill all this in. Once we fill this all in with grass, this will just be a very natural and very good looking area. Sniper, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Maybe a fallen branch with leaves on it. Interesting. Why don't we ever think about these ideas? Yeah, that's a good idea. Put that right. The problem is it's all in. There are problems with doing that idea, but we could do that. See, we can't do it underneath one of these trees, so unfortunately, because it's layered, and layers complicate things, so maybe on a tree where we don't have layers underneath it, we can do that idea. I'll have to try to remember that for next time, though. All right. Cow parsley because I like that color. There we go. Beautiful. Haven't been able to find a solution for this. Any fix to super flat worlds that all of a sudden generate a normal overworld terrain? The coin. That's a very interesting problem. I don't think I've ever heard of that issue before. It could very likely be, I mean, if you're in like 1.16 or one of the newer versions, I know that there's probably some bugs associated with those new releases, so that may be your problem. And that's something more on a Mojang side than something that, say, you know, one of us could help you with. But I have not heard of that issue before. Because usually, if you generate in super flat, well, that's what you get, super flat. 1.16.5. Well, I mean, that's not the latest version, so I'm not sure. You can use the debug stick to lower the grass. Well, the grass is where it needs to be. The grass is where it needs to be. It's what we're talking about is putting branches on the layers. That's what our issue is right now. But it's okay. We got it figured out. I still feel like there needs to be some more detail here on this thingamagummy here. Maybe we can do something like that there. I feel like that kind of breaks the pattern if we did a full. I guess what we could do is that, especially on these, like the newer plank here, we could do that. Kind of raise it up every now and then.
Yeah, things looking good.
Something like that. We got a fishing pole. Oh yeah, we need like a tackle box where, he would put his worms in and stuff, right? So how would we represent that? I guess we could do a satchel.
Yeah, the satchel's pretty nice.
We could also do a little crate sitting around here somewhere or something like that. And I guess we can do a satchel sitting like back here a little bit, like something like right there. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Maybe a drying rack where fish are hanging? Well, we could do a small one. What do you think, Salt? Should we do like a small little rack on, over here? Because I feel like more of our quote-unquote industrial drying would be happening over here somewhere.
A couple of fish hanging on, one little rack might just be a local catch, just cooking it while they eat it to work in the fields.
Okay, so maybe, actually, I got a great idea. Let's do it right here. So what do I need? We'll do these. And we're going to do 0, 0, 0, 0. And then we're going to do rope. And we're going to grab full block. And we're going to go boop, boop, boop. I thought that was supposed to connect.
Not on the
diagonal. Wait, I know what it's the other one. Here it is. This one should work. Oh, come on. That used to work.
On the diagonal?
Yeah, it used to work.
No.
Yeah, back in 1.12 it did.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's annoying.
I didn't play on 1.12.
What else did we have? Rails. Okay,
I didn't know that.
That's annoying. Okay. But you can have some fish nets on the ground by the boat. You know what? What we could do, that's a good detail idea, is this. Remove that, and we could just do something like that. They just threw the, I feel like it's too close to the water. Maybe something like that, just a little bit further back from the water there. Yeah, it's a good idea. I like that. Very nice. Bad Ronin, thank you so much for that. I dubbed the Knight of the Red Clan, but you already have been a Knight of the Red Clan because you've been subscribed for 2 months. Ronin, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not... Goodness gracious, I am missing some chat. We have a rack for fishing poles. I really apologize, guys. There's been a lot of chat here. The coin. Well, I'm glad. And I hope I can continue making these videos. Have to replace my world on my server due to that bug. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope you didn't get too much done on your world, though. I hope that is maybe just like a few buildings here and there. Cassin Casino, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, probably a SpongeBob issue. Yeah. A butchering scaling station. No, we don't need that in this specific area. This is just a very this is like a hobby area here. And the fish nets on the ground, we made that work. To get them on the diagonal. No, we don't have world edit. This is a survival server, but we switched to creative for this build. I can hear the wife snore from my study. I'm sorry to hear that, Dress. Okay, yeah, so we still got to figure out what we're going to do here. We don't have any diagonal options that I know of. So the only other option that we have is just to go ahead and do it the weird wonky way. But I don't want to do it the weird wonky way. I refuse. I'm thinking. I am thinking. I am still thinking. All right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take some hanging fish, put them right there. And I think what we're going to do is just do this. Take some ladders. And we're just going to do something like this because I can't think of a better way of doing this right now. And then I guess that over top. That looks terrible. A rope maybe? Or maybe just another ladder. We're already going this route anyways. This is the wonky route. We can't do this the easy way that I was hoping it would be. Oh, we could do this actually. Well, I mean, there we go. That works. And then actually another thing we could do to make it feel a little bit more appropriate for this is something like that. Just, you know, a little thing.
Looks
That's all it is, a little thing. Okay, mission accomplished. So this side is done. I'm gonna say Frar probably has the rest of the creek. We do need to do this though. Here, Salt.
Yeah, I was thinking we could just build one of our monoliths here coming out of that limestone.
That's a good idea. I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay.
What do you think? Should it be limestone or should it be granite?
Well, it's a limestone. It's not that you couldn't use granite.
Well, I mean, the limestone, whatever this monolith is, it would not come from this rock. Like, it would have to be taken from somewhere and then brought here and then placed, right?
I just assumed they would use local material. The plus side of using the limestone is you can use the snake, rune.
That is true.
Carving to put in it.
We'll do that. So
and it might just be that.
Start out just a little bit, something like that. Something like that, maybe that tall.
Yeah, it feels about right because you come down here. Yeah, too small would look silly. That looks about right.
Yeah, we don't want it too big and we don't want it too small. I feel like
giant, but I mean, it looks fine.
That has a nice little something to it, and then like maybe some kind of like altar, like candles. Maybe this is maybe there's some significance to it.
I would imagine they would have come here and prayed to it for the crops and all that kind of stuff for a good harvest.
That's
all
true.
that usual, usual goodness.
Yeah.
All
right, and then we'll add in some more of this mossy stone. And of course, we're going to layer it and all that crazy stuff, but we're just...
Yeah, I've stuck the runes in so we can try and work around those.
Yeah, we're just doing it layer by layer. Offering bowl for local land spirit. There we go, Casson. That's the right terminology. All right, so now we're going to start adding in some... Man, this is so much better. Like, literally, now I can just go to my inventory, grab what I want, and imagine being down here. Oh, I forgot this, and then having to run all the way back up to our storage room.
Which is what we did for 2 months.
Well, I mean, at least we were inside the village at that point. Imagine being out here and having to do that.
That's what I was saying to you. Like, with the storage, eventually you're just going to keep creating storage hubs because you just don't want to keep doing that run. Yeah. We'd have dug into this hillside and we'd have an underground storage unit here.
Well, actually, if you do F3N, go underground, come over here, Frar has a little storage room right here.
Oh, does he?
Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I think so.
It's right underneath your wheat field. But yeah, that's a fun little fact of survival. You're gonna have storage everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that 2. And then 2. And put that there. And I would like to have this there. Alrighty, hey Druss, thank you so much for stopping by. Always great to see you. Get some rest. We'll see you around. I almost feel like this side should have something. Okay, let's try this. Just bear with me as I figure this out. Does that work over here? It does, kind of. And then something like that right there. And then something like that right there. I think I hear my kids screaming upstairs. It's like, I'm not sure if you guys have ever been on a roller coaster. Probably have. But, you know, if you come home from being at an amusement park, you know, and you've been on roller coasters all day, like, how do you feel on the ride home? You know what I'm saying? You know, you kind of feel like you're still on the roller coaster. That's kind of how you feel as a parent. You constantly feel like the kids are crying. At least that's how I feel. Let's put that right there. You there. There we go. And then perhaps we can make the table something a little bit more, something like that. Some candles, right?
Oh, maybe like put one of our put one of our soul flame braziers in there.
I feel like the soul flame for this area, I don't know. Let's try it.
Remember, we haven't discovered candles.
Well, yes. But I really like the candles. They look very...
I know, but you told me I couldn't use candles.
What is that? Yeah, you're right. But that's the problem with this, though, is actually here. What is that called? Flint and steel. Does it actually light up?
No, we have to use the
invisible lighting
light next to it. Yeah.
Okay.
It will not light up.
Invisible lighting. There we go. Okay, and then next to it needs to have like an offering of some sort.
Yeah, so that looks good.
Wine or herbs or tools would be good offerings too. Wine is a good one. Yeah, I like wine. So like that would be obviously a whatever these things are called, an amphora. We'll put that right there. Tools. So we could probably put one of those sickles right there, or maybe on the ground. Actually, on the ground would probably be dangerous. So maybe right there. Dukan being told off. No, see, that is something that I specifically said earlier is try not to use candles on this build. So, like, you know, Tudor candles, like the typical medieval stuff is something we're trying to steer away from in this build specifically. So it is, this is truth. This is true. I feel like there needs to be something here to, like, I don't know, kneel on, but like I feel like a cushion would be too, like, it just it's not a good spot for a cushion. All right, Django, have a good night. We'll see you around.
Go with this. What's it called?
I don't know.
This is what you want. Here you go. Hold on.
Apparently, Salt has something good for us.
Oh, I don't know. Don't get too excited.
The gods would also appreciate some TNT. Yes, I like that. That's good. That's good. Very nice.
Burlap. A burlap rug.
I like it. Let's do a little bit of this coming up the side. Very nice. Also something like that there. I like to make sure that rock feels very organic, and it does. Yes, I like that. It's a nice little feature. It breaks it up a little bit. Very interesting. Love it. All right, so there's that. We do need to kind of detail this path. So wherever there's grass here, Salt, not all of the spots, but for some of them, let's try to replace some of that with like mossy dirt or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like something like this.
I mean, and I've been taking away like a block like this one here, so that you can plant something. Like take that one away, you can put a plant there. Nettles, just occasionally.
It does definitely help the atmosphere, you know, filling it in with like plants or something versus it being like one little quarter block or something. So that's
yeah, for sure.
This is truth. This is truth.
Like there's a block there we could use. Yeah.
That's a little too pushy though.
Where's the mossy one? There it is.
Where else? You know, there's a lot of spots through here that need to be. Something like that.
Did you see the little path down to the river for the washing area?
I did. It looks very nice. I like it.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out there.
That is exactly kind of like what I was thinking of. Just like a little path, little something just to, you know, for the farmers, you know, to wash off, take a little dip in the creek, something like that. I was gonna say, great work today. Oil wick bowls to offset candles. Well, we do actually. We have terracotta candles that we've been using. They're not candles, but we've been using them all through our build. I'll go show you one of them.
Terracotta lamps, I think.
Lamps, yeah. Let's see. I think Fish used candles. Did he use candles or did he use lamps?
He did. We just didn't
he
go
used
back
candles.
and change it.
So
I don't like to change other people's candles.
Yes. Fing used candles. But yeah, here we go. Here's some lamps. Little oil lamps here.
And the nice thing is that's got like 5 states, so you can have
a whole bunch of different
3 lamps. Yeah, I love it. That's just creates nice variation. It's a nice texture.
This is actually a terraforged world that we're on right now, so it is random generated. But this is our area, so it's basically just random generated terrain. But everything inside this, you know, extra green biome here and, you know, in front of the trees is the quote-unquote Duconian lands. Man, I'm loving just walking down through this. You know, honestly, I think it's time to start planning our pasture area.
Sounds good.
Because I think that this is pretty much sorted out now on this side.
And then we've got that. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to continue. I'm going to switch brown wool to orange wool because we're going to continue Frar's.
I marked them both. I ended up marking it as brown as minor roads and pathways, orange as main roads, like leading to somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is definitely a main road.
It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. So one thing that I was thinking is we'll have the road through here, but I do think that this like slope here is a little bit too static.
Yeah, it's a bit uniform.
We're gonna have to. I'm thinking what we can do is kind of like cut it back into an embankment or something. I'm not quite sure what to do with it first.
What's going in there? Do you have any sense of what's going to be there? Is it just more fields or?
Oh, on the planning, if you remember, there's going to be a hamlet over here. And this is going to be like stables, and this is going to be the livestock kind of like profession area. And then everything around here is going to be pastures. Obviously, the hamlet will have like a few little gardens and things. But like all of this southern area will all be like pastures for the different livestock that they have.
Gotcha.
But that's pretty much all of this area, and everything's gonna have like either stone walls or hedgerows. I kind of am leaning towards hedgerows because it'll be much easier to do. Those walls are a pain in the butt. You spend like all day just on one wall, one little field. But
they are slow. Even in creative, they're slow.
Yep, they are.
It takes a while.
All right, so
like, do you want me to just like cut this in? Or you just want it?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to think about how we want to do this, because I do feel like, number one, the road should still follow along the border of the ditch. So we'll just keep following that along like this. And then obviously this here, we're probably going to end up terraforming this out a good bit, so that way we can utilize this for like this would be obviously the
market, right?
The market area. And I've been having some ideas, but I'm still not happy with, like, I don't want it to just be like tents, right? Obviously it can have tents. Like, I don't want it to be like something permanent. Like, I don't want it to be a big structure.
Well, why don't we make one of the things I think I saw? Who was it? Was it KoC did in the other server was like actually make them all carts, like big carts, like
I like that idea.
What do you call them? Like mobile, like a mobile market where they all sort of roll in, and then they've got all their equipment in the back. So the cart is like the center of the.
I like that.
So
that way it's mobile. Yeah. I like that.
But they have their fold-out kind of awning, and then they set up all their wares on like little temporary tables, and then they pack it all in, and then off they go again.
Yes. That's a good idea. That's what we're going to go with. Nice. And then what I was thinking for, like, so obviously the market area would have to have some sort of design to it. So my thought was to have like one very large, like larger than these monoliths in here, but like it would be set on a stone pedestal, and then on top of the pedestal would be the monolith, and it would be like this monumental kind of thing as you
marks the center of where people should converge for the
so it's like a lighthouse, like, you know, you can see it from miles away. That's where we're going, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But like it wouldn't really be a defensive flaw, because if we set it like right here,
you can't do anything with it.
You're not going to be able to hide behind or anything.
Nope.
So I feel like it would be an interesting and fun kind of detail there. But, you know, that's still to come. We're not there yet.
No, that's a whole thing.
Yeah. Right now, I think what we're going to do is, so now that we're done with that eastern section, our next section is this pastures, then that hamlet. So everything on this side of the tree line, on this side of the creek, and on this side of that creek over there. Well, on this side of the torches. That's our next area to tackle.
Okay.
All right, so now what I'm going to do is use brown to get over to the other. Oh wait, we have our wool samples over here. Hey Tom Bach, no, we're not on a new project. We're still on Dun Caledon, actually. I'm not sure if you no, you were here. We built Dun Caledon in survival, but now we are switched over to creative so that we can actually finish this in a reasonable time. Time set noon. I feel like that's a better time of day. But yeah, so now this will allow us to actually get this area done. Because as impossible as it seems, I think for this next episode, episode 3, we can get all of these surroundings done. Like, I see it happening. If not, you know, whatever. But we have two sections. We have the high priority, which is between these creeks, and, you know, obviously up here somewhere. You know, all of this is high priority. And then low priority is all of this and all of this. But if we finish all of this and we still have time, then we're going to finish the rest. So, That's the plan. All right, I need to go look at our planning area. Some coordination, and there's that. Okay. Easy enough. So now, yeah, we're going to get back to actually placing some blocks. What's the word on the Brock? The Brock will be something towards the end of the episode. So, like, basically, we're working our way around. Well, actually, it won't be at the end. It'll be kind of in the middle. But we're working our way around. We're going to get all of this done, the market area done, get all that done, and then it'll be Brock time. The Brock will be after we're done all of this. Then we're going to start working on that. So that's actually not too far away. We'll probably be starting on the Brock. I'm going to say not this coming week, but the week after. Would there be an Apple store with the iPhone 715 PC? Oh, goodness. All right, so I guess this is what we're going to do. This is going to be the road to the hamlet. And also, one thing about the hamlets, it's each hamlet will have, like, its own, like, earthen, like, so you remember the Dunlin video, right there, Salt? You know, those little tiny homesteads had just those little, like, little walls, like, nothing really fancy schmancy. Nothing like Duncaledon, right? But, like, just, like, a tiny ditch, you know, maybe, like, a 2 to 3 block high earthen mound, and then maybe like a wicker fence along the top. So each hamlet will have something like that, and it just will make it that much. But they aren't going to be like circular. They're going to be more organic shaped.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to say that is probably good. So now, what's our color for hamlets?
On the map?
Main roads. I guess we'll use white because that's what we used on the coordination thing.
Yeah, if it's not taken, just use it for whatever you like.
All right, so I'm just going to first plot it out.
So white is a hamlet.
What is a hamlet?
No, white wool is a hamlet.
Yes, white is hamlet.
Hamlet.
There we go. Because I can't find it in Conquest Launcher. It's called Journey Map. Yes, it is an added mod. Okay, so I think that's plenty big enough. And then what are we gonna use for pastures? Let's see here. See, yellow. Actually, you used gray. You used light gray. Let's use light gray for pastures.
Light grey pastures?
Yeah, let's use light grey. Say again?
Oh, what's this one? That's light grey wool. You mean just grey? Are you using the grey or the light grey?
Light grey. Well, do you want to use grey wool? I guess we can.
Oh,
that's fine.
We said fields before. Is fields and pastures different? We'll do... Yeah, let's do pastures. Use light grey. Okay. We're making pastures because they are different.
Yes. All right. Like fields is more like wheat, carrots, beans, berries... And then pastures is for livestock.
I'm with you.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the entire area, and then I'm going to section it somehow. Like that's where I'm struggling with right now. Like, how do I want to section these? And then along the edges of these pastures would be like small trees and hedges, and you know, maybe some of them can be like walls and stuff, like those little cobble walls. Okay, so I do feel like this pasture should be at least halved, so like there should be 2 pastures here, right?
Yep.
And then like maybe a small road in between. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another little road leading from here, coming down this way. And it's going to kind of just lead down the hill to that other road here. Watermill. Okay. And then go ahead and do this. And we're definitely going to need a well here as well, because, you know, livestock need water. So we're going to have to figure out a spot for that. Good. There's 2 pastures.
I'm just putting like little signs in, ready to label them with what we think he wants.
So, oh yeah, and one thing we're definitely gonna need is a riding ring. You know, it's like a spot where they, you know, say for example, if you have a horse and you wanna, you know, you wanna sell that horse, you wanna put a, you know, you want a place to kind of test the horse out. So there needs to be a riding ring somewhere. So how are we going to plan that? I guess more white. I feel like there's a lot of whites and grays. I feel like it needs to be something different. Let's use black. Use black for what do you want to call it? For specialty?
Yeah, like specialty trades, something like that.
Yeah, we'll go with
I know it's not a trade specifically, but
yeah.
Specialty, let's do.
And it would be kind of large. You definitely want it to be decent sized. Yeah, there we go. And it would be more or less perfectly circled. Not perfectly, but it would be very circular. So we got to make sure that that's planned in there. Man, you and Frar and Next Brain, you all got a lot done today. I was expecting to come on and having to, you know, we'd be working on the field area, but like I come on, it's like all done. I'm like, goodness gracious, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, got a lot done today.
Is the map added mod? Go to bed now. All right, hey, Rowler, or Rawl Racer. hard to pronounce your name. You have a good night. We'll see you around. Finally done with the Interceptor's missing rowboats. Nice. Okay. So there we go. We got ourselves some fields.
So this is going to be a horse. This is a horse breaking and testing area.
Yes. And I guess this. Yeah, I guess the stall or the stable would be inside here. You know, this could all technically be like a conglomerate of connected roofs. Obviously in the you know the Dun Caledon style, but that could be really interesting.
Yep. Well, the whole hamlet could be built around like horses and horse trade.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think of like design right now. We'll come back to that. Right now we're doing pastures, so I'm going to continue doing pastures. All right, so we do need another road coming through. I guess this road can kind of come like this around this side of the horse breaking area. And then I'm just going to go ahead and surround all of that in more gray, because it's easier for me to kind of visualize how much space we have once I actually place down the planting blocks, and then we can separate it from that point.
Sounds good. Yeah, and we can decide what these pastures are going to be and what have you, but good to just get a sense. Yeah, you want to leave a good... I don't know how big you're expecting the mobile market to be, but these cart things aren't small, so you need a decent amount of space.
Yes.
And it's a little awkward because it's obviously on a slope, which we can obviously fix.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this pasture back to this right here.
See, this area, yeah, this whole flat area here would be a great place to have the majority of the market.
Yeah. And just because there is these here, this can be another small road poking through this side for whatever reason. I don't even know where this is supposed to be going, but there's a road there.
Well, then, there's a little set of houses over here and a windmill being started. So it is someone's.
Oh, there is stuff going on over there. Okay.
There's a little hamlet over there, yeah, of some sort.
Joel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is section this off into 3 separate fields. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So, and I think what we'll do is they will all be connected to a central kind of like. So this is going to be like a roundabout type of thing, and then all the fields, instead of like a road going through in between each, it'll be a you know, the entrance to get into the field would be from the roundabout.
Gotcha. Aren't you supposed to call it a traffic circle?
Something like that.
Only English people call it roundabouts.
Yeah, well, I call it a roundabout. That's what I call it.
Okay, excellent. I'm very impressed.
I am a civilized individual.
Excellent.
All right.
Because English people love roundabouts. Keep the traffic moving.
I guess we should have a spot for a pigsty as well, or maybe like even a couple pigsties.
Well, I mean, is that not what you think of as... I mean, that's in our pasture category, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
I feel like we could... Well, like, a pigsty would be more of a condensed type of thing. I guess what we could do is this right here. Since this one's kind of smaller, we could utilize this as a pigsty over here, right against the forest edge. That would be a decent spot for that. And then, you know... These 3 can be for oxen or cows, and then these 2 over here can be for horses.
All right.
Or maybe even vice versa. Yeah. Honestly, I think, because, you know, the riding circle's more up here, so I'm thinking that these 2 can be for oxen, and then those 3 can be for horses.
Oh, so the pigsty is horses, or is this staying a pigsty?
That would be a pigsty. Yeah, this will be a pigsty. That'll remain a pigsty.
This big one over here is horses?
Yes, horses. And then there we go. That is... It's hard to really see. I guess we can kind of see... Yeah, that's better in Journey Map. So we got our riding circle. We got our sort of like little roads, our little roundabout thing here. Probably like a... Maybe our well will be right in the middle of that roundabout. With like a big tree over it. And then, like, you know, small trees and hedges and maybe mixtures of stone walls and stuff along any of these white lines. So let's kind of plan what the hamlet is going to look like. I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab some cobble for the foundations. And we also got to make sure that we leave enough room for the outside walls. That's going to be the tricky part because of reasons. We might even need to move this back here just a tad bit, because these white what do you call it? These white blocks kind of indicate the outside edge. So something like that. There we go. Yeah, and then that should be plenty big enough for this. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and use cobble for foundation planning. I guess number 1 is it should be kind of level. So, I'm thinking here. Okay. So I'm going to use grass as a prep block for the surroundings, because I got to get... The only way for me to do this is I got to get the outside kind of figured out first. Because I just don't see me getting a good plan until this is figured out. Go. Alright, that's too high. Oh my gosh. Alright, so it's going to be 2 blocks for now. And then I'll fix it later. It's not going to be that tall. Don't worry. Right now I'm just trying to get it visualized. 5, 3, 2, 2. 2, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, we're trying to make it as round as possible. Like I'm trying not to have any jagged lines or anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. All right, that's actually gonna have to start down here. 5, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That is 4, 5. Actually, we can come out a little bit more with this. 3, and then 5. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. And quite honestly, this is the largest of the hamlets, and the reason being is because it is it has to have enough room for the livestock, because the animals would come in here, when, for example, it's storming or something, so there needs to be room for the animals in here, and that's why it is a little bit on the larger side.
Getting close. This can go to a 1.
Now let's do an axe and do this. Game mode survival. There we go. That's a lot easier.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we want to make sure that we build on the inside. So let's do a... Okay, where would be the best place for this? I think right here would be the best spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I screwed something up. What did I I screw up? Oh, there it is. Okay, well that is definitely not big enough. We're gonna do 7, I think. And then come in 3, 2, 1. 7 is still not big enough. But I think we can probably do a couple different buildings, and then it'll be fine. What do you think, Salt?
Yeah, you're going to want, I mean...
I think that's a better shape right there. It gets too thin on the edges, I think. Because this is the barn that we're talking about. This is where the animals would come in. So, like, obviously, there would be one for the horses, and then there would also be one for more or less the oxen. So I think like the oxen can be closer to where the oxen are, like right here. And then this one could be more for the horses. And then the pigs can have like a little like lean-to shed out here for them. Because they don't technically need anything super crazy like that.
And then, but obviously we've got to have room for like how many people are going to be in this hamlet.
Yeah, I'm thinking two homes. One larger for the owners and their family, and then one for the workers.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking the larger of the homes can be here, the smaller of the homes can be here, and then like a not necessarily, you know, not something this large, but something here for the oxen. So let me do a center point, because these would just be circles here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1.
Have I got room for this? No, not quite.
2. Okay, that's too big.
That's too big.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Oh, I'm heading into yours. Okay.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. And I could scooch. I think I'm crushing you too much. I'm gonna scooch this one over.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna make it inside that boundary otherwise.
Yeah. Here, let's do the center point for you right here.
Okay.
1 second. Let me just make sure. 3, 2, 2. Yeah, this is fine. Actually, here, let's do this.
I was doing something like this is the sort of size I was thinking. Is that?
Let's do the center point
small?
right there. Try to do edges of 5 and then go 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Well, let's just see how that works. Let's see how that works. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. No, hold on. I screwed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, that's wrong. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, no, that's wrong. Yeah.
And that's wrong too. Well, actually, we can just scooch that forward. That's no big deal. We just want to make sure that it's in line with this back here, because that'll help us looking forward.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that's a decent size for a house. You know, the family would be, I don't know, 12 people, something like that. And then the workers' shed doesn't actually have to be circular. It can be just like a connection between
whatever shape. Yeah, exactly.
there and there.
I always feel it looks better anyway when you've just got little adjuncts and joining buildings and lean-tos and...
Yep.
AKA Salt's house.
And Joel, yes it was, and still is, except we are not. We decided to go over to creative because it's just been, we want to get stuff done. You know, we want to build. And, well, it's very difficult to build when you're constantly trying to get resources to build, if you catch my meaning. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I like that.
And then just doing something for the like the workers over here. It's going to be too narrow.
Yeah, let me think here.
Trying to put something on the diagonal to break up all of the...
Twos are really hard to do.
I know.
But yeah, that is the angle that we're working with, so we got to figure that out.
So 3, and then a 1,
2. So we're going to start off by doing it square, and then we're going to round off the ends somehow.
Okay.
Which is going to be a pain in the butt.
Well, it essentially comes down to that.
And that can keep coming over. It can keep just about there. And then, oh wait, no. Never mind. We got to keep it back.
Yeah, because we've got the... I don't know.
And then as far as rounding it off...
Is it just making it a 3 and a 3, essentially? Like, no, that doesn't quite round.
I'm thinking. We got to keep that for reference. That kind of rounds over. But wait, no, that's not right. You know, honestly, we can just make it organic. Who cares?
I mean,
we don't have to make it perfect.
We're working with 4 blocks of gap here.
Yeah.
It's like it's not going to get
worth
round. It ain't getting round.
So yeah, here we have our workers building. I kind of like the idea of like a pass-through area, though. All right. So I think what we're going to do is include the workers with the main structure. Maybe make like a little something like this right here.
Yeah, little annex. Perfect. Only needs a couple of beds in it.
You know, just like a little something there.
So this is the main horse stable, right? This one?
That's the main horse stable, yes. And then this would have a roof connecting it, and it would be like, you know, you'd be underneath a roof here, but it'd be open, and then you can walk through and be to the other side. Okay, and then now let's go ahead and raise the grass up to this level right here, all the way around.
This is going to be for the... This is the oxen stable over here, or are we putting...
That's oxen,
right?
Yeah, oxen over here, horses over here, and then man over here.
Oxen stables. Alright. This is the main abode.
Let me just kind of go up here and see what this looks like from up here. Yeah, that's going to look really nice. One little building, a little barn. Yeah, 2 little barns. It's going to look nice. Man! That's right. That's right. Yes, and for those of you that are wondering, we do not have world edit. That's why we're placing every single block down. And sometimes, a lot of the times, not having world edit actually helps for a better result. It's only 7 o'clock. Still got some energy in me. Need some water though. You have to go at 7:30 there, Salt?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Hopefully we'll get some progress done. We got a lot done today. It's good to have the planning for this section done. Well, it's not done, but you know, at least we got a good start to it.
Yep.
And also remember, well, I mean, ideally, our whole perimeter will be monoliths with a hedge, like a really thick hedge, all the way around. It's like a natural wall. Have you ever watched the movie Maleficent?
No, I don't think so.
It's with, I totally forget the main character's name. Well, anyways, there's this like natural, thick, thorny, like magical wall where the you know, the world outside can't get through because it's so thick, and
nice.
Just makes for, and like there's a little, like one little gate, but it's like anyways, long story short, that would just be a really interesting and fun way of making our lands feel enclosed versus now they are open and anyone can, well, I mean anyone can because they got wings.
I guess I better make this solid in here or light it up, otherwise it will be full of zombies. Not that that matters anymore, but...
Oh yes. And of course a pig.
Because otherwise you'll be making videos and all these endless zombie noises.
Speaking of weird sounds, over on Artocraft, Conquest Reforged has ambient sounds included with the mod, and those ambient sounds are associated with biomes. And so all of Artocraft pretty much is ocean biome. So like you're in the middle of the land and you're, you know, there's no oceans within 1,000 to 2,000, 10,000 blocks or something like that, and you're hearing ocean waves lapping and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they do that is because the color of the grass is a nice color. It's a little bit drier looking, and it looks good for the plains biome environments.
Yep.
Whereas this grass is just a little bit too green.
Yeah. I like the green transition into plains. That green is nicer. It's a little more gentle.
I wasn't talking about the movie character. I was talking about the actress, Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie, I think. Yeah. I think that sounds right.
All right, so that looks pretty good.
All right, so we're gonna bring this one higher.
Okay.
And then we're going to do one block on the inside like this.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, you do the one block on top, and I'll do the one block under. Now I got to try to make it look a little bit natural.
Well, it don't look natural on this side.
No, it doesn't. We'll fix that eventually.
We've created a cliff.
Okie doke. And now let's try to naturalize the outside. So for this, we're going to do the same thing like we did with the other slope. We're just going to make it static first. And then we'll come back through and naturalize it. And of course, in creative, that's going to be super easy.
Yes, it will. I'm just going to go around and do this top layer first.
Angeli Agili, yeah. And Democles, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you've seen what we've been up to recently there, Democles, but we finished our lakeside fields. We have kind of like berry bushes here. That's our first field, and then we got a harvested wheat field. A wheat field in the middle of harvesting, and then a field that has not been harvested. Frar has been working on our the environment around the creek. We worked on this area down here, added a little dock and some things around there. I just passed to wish you good evening and nice weekend. Alrighty, so you're heading out. All right, have a good night there, Democles. But yeah, we're right now we're working on a hamlet. This is going to be where our livestock is. We got a bunch of pastures. This is going to be for oxen over here, and then all of this is going to be for horses. And there's going to be more pastures. Like all this over here is going to be pasture as well on the other side of this road there for more horse fields and stuff. All right, see you around there, Democles. All right, I'm coming back there, Salt. I'm coming back. All right, where are you? Okay, I'll start down here. I'll start on the next layer. Oh man, one thing I hope I got the I think I did get a before shot of this area. I think I had my render distance way up in my last shot, so I am pretty sure this area is in that shot, so we should be okay.
Too fast.
It doesn't have to be perfect, just
yeah, we're gonna tweak it the hell out of it.
Throw it down. Emulate like the work of William Shakespeare. I don't know about that.
Oh, that made my eyes bleed. Alright, we're good.
So what do you think about the overall shape? Does it look nice?
Yeah, it's looking good.
Nice and smooth. That's what I like.
Yep, that's that won't take much to just like draw out a few sides. You know,
it's like a mini Duncaladin, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. This is the size Duncaladin should have been, and we had it done.
You know, maybe we should have a few mushrooms in there just for just
I'm
for
sure
old
we can
time's
get one
sake.
in. Absolutely. Sure, we can fit at least one small one in. All right.
Oh crap! There's a lot of pods all over here. Can you help me remove all this?
Yep.
Where'd all this come from?
It's natural now, I think, for certain biome types.
I refuse. It must die.
Alright, I just started naturalizing that hill. Let's go. Where are we? Puzzle. Puzzle.
Oh wow, yeah, it is all over the place.
Yeah, this is the only time world edit would be useful.
Yeah, removing all this podzol.
Just, you know, for a brush, just to...
Well, let's just take it back from the hill, and if it becomes more of a problem, we'll...
Does it spread when it's natural like this?
Yeah. That's a problem, but... It only spreads on grass.
Maybe we can put a perimeter of, like...
Hey there, Isaac. Good to see you. Yeah, we are now in creative mode. But I'll show you what we've been working on. We just finished our fields over here on the south side. I'm sorry, the east side of our village. Frar's been working on natural details. Added a little dock down here. Saltheart and Fang built this magnificent fishing compound right outside here. No, we don't have any world edit stuff. This is still a survival server, so we don't have world edit. So now what we are doing is working on this area. You know, while I'm thinking about this there, Salt, I'm going to go ahead and get a shot while this is... While still I know this is...
work in progress?
Yeah. Beginning stages.
Because it'll probably be finished on Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going to take long for us to finish this because it's mostly pastures and yeah, this is not going to be a a tough area.
Certainly make some nice progress fairly quickly anyway.
I'm rendering everything in first. Okay, there's that. Stand right here and start recording. I try not to move during the recordings because it can blink out stuff. Okay, I'll be right back. Just gotta save that. As soon as it loads. Jeopardy song playing in my head. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It doesn't usually take this long. There it is. Okay, almost. And Heartsword, welcome, welcome. How are you today? Good to see you. So, before I get off today, well, actually, no, you've been planting signs, so yeah. But we do need to fully figure out what this whole area will be. Episode 3.3.
Thank you, Don.
3.3. Actually, here. 3.3. And then this would be South Unfinished. Okay, that is correct. Alright, coming back. Doing pretty alright. Come on, Heartsword. You should be doing awesome. It's Friday, right? It's Friday. Okay,
I'm just doing a bit of shape naturalization now, just so we haven't got to worry about it later. Breaking up some of these straight lines.
It is beautiful. In this economy, pretty all right. In this economy, pretty all right is awesome. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, my work has been slowing down a little bit, but my jobs comes in like tidal waves. And we just, as of just before we left work today, well, I mean lunchtime is when it started, but we are on the front edge of another tidal wave. So this is good. This is good news. It means we have work to do. So yeah, as long as the work keeps coming, that's what's important. Pays the bills. Can you imagine if Duncaladon was actually this size? Like, how unimpressive that would be.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I'm gonna go over here. I mean, I can legitimately look at that and I can say, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. The Draconians came together and actually, this is the first time the Draconians have ever come together and actually finished something. Ever. We've always started projects, but we've never finished them. And so that's a big deal right there. That's just something that was in my internal compass. I was like, we have to finish this. We have to push forward. Minutes. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that very much. I dub the Knight of the Red Clan. Oh, there's ads. We are going to reward your subscription with ads. All right, 1 second. Let's skip that.
If it keeps on giving.
There we go. Now we're back to the music. That's what we like. We all ever know. Well, I mean, Duncaladon, that is actually finished. I can actually legitimately tell you guys the inside of that village is done. And generally, if I say something's done, I'm sure Salt can agree with this. If I say it's done, I mean, that means we went the full 9 yards.
Yep, we did.
We don't cut corners in the Draconian group. Except when it comes to tree branches. I'm sorry. But I can't stand tree branches. They're the worst.
I'm learning to like them. I've made about 8 or 10 trees today, and I'm only small ones, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
They're awkward as hell, but I'm getting the hang of it.
We'll leave the trees to those with more patience. I mean, you might be included in that pack there, Salt, but I am not.
Yeah, I quite like it. I like the finished out. I like what you can create with them. They look really good.
There's definitely some neat applications for sure.
Little fiddly.
All right, and this is going to be the entrance in, meaning we're going to have like a little gap through here.
Aircraft roadway. Path, I should say. Alright.
Do you think that there should be just a little shallow, like 2-block ditch all the way around?
If you do that, then you've got to start creating little bridges for all of the animals so they can get across to their pastures, which totally fine, might look nice.
Well, I'm saying the only bridge would be right here.
Oh, we're only going in there? Okay, that's the only way in there.
And we can nudge stuff around so that way it doesn't affect anything else.
Yeah. Because you're probably going to want a path going this way straight to these pastures instead of going around the horse training circle. Probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess what we could do is we could push the circle up.
Yeah, it's only because of these color coding. Yeah, it's only because of these, which we can move or remove.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do a quick little ditch. I'm going to move this pasture back just a tad. We're going to do this instead. Something like that. Take this road, and it's going to follow up like that.
This one probably is going to...
And then just a shallow little ditch all the way around. Makes more sense for me just to hold down my mouse button and go more methodically, or speed click and get it done faster. Because if I do it this way, it's like done in an instant, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of clicking around.
That's because he's going around the back. It's gonna have to. I don't even know if you need it round the back. It's so steep.
Yeah, I like it for looks. Also, the ditch would represent, that's where they got the dirt from to make the mound.
Gotcha. And you have a really big ditch at the back.
Yeah, we'll need a much bigger ditch.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna need like an 8-hole deep ditch for our 9-hole, 9-block high wall. Where it starts to climb up a little bit. The natural terrain, like something like that. And I guess.
Alright, and then just one little extra block down, and then that will be the ditch. Besides, we gotta defend our lands from the Rectians, those rascally Wectians up the hill over there. They'll come and pillage our village.
Take all our free blocks.
Yes. That's looking nice. I'm happy. Are you happy, Salt?
Yeah, things looking great.
There we go. Mission accomplished. You're happy. I'm happy. That is a win in my book. Alrighty. Very nice. Alright, so I'm trying to think about what I need to do next. What do we want to do next? Okay, so let's start figuring out specialty details to do around here, because obviously we got pastures, we got designated pastures for different things, but I feel like we could use some sort of like specialty details in here. Speaking of, oh yeah, I think you already put a sign there. Put a well, right?
Yep.
Well with big tree and center of traffic circle. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure the signs are up. Because if people do get on tomorrow, you know, they're going to want something to do. So.
Yes. Let's terraform this hill here. Do you still have a little bit of time there, Salt?
Very little. Let's go fast. What do you want to do? Wife isn't
do this over here.
Yet, so where are we? Where have you got? Over here. Yeah. I was thinking just like with these green lines I put in here.
I like exactly what you did, yep.
Tighten up the contours a little bit.
And of course, when the detail starts coming in here, it's going to really change all this up.
Looks like we've got some natural stone in here, which is quite nice. I do like the little limestone boulders popping out every now and again. It really does.
Yeah, what we could do is actually make this, well...
break up the scenery a little bit, you know.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. We could do patches of, like, stone in these fields, especially where the hill is kind of, like, coming down. We could make it, I'm not sure how, if you've seen any, well, you have, but you know how in some farm fields there's like stones coming up every now and then? And the reason why they don't use those for, like, for example, like farm fields is because of the stones, like the big rocks poking out. So perhaps this area is just a little bit more stony, and that's why they use it for animals.
Yep.
So that could be an interesting detail feature. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, that should be, goodness gracious, these random travelers, get out! Look over here. He's in my way.
They always are. They never have anything useful, and they're always in the way. That's pretty much it.
There we go. Crisis averted. One sheep was hurt during this Dukan, and now 2 llamas, and a wandering trader.
Die, wandering trainer, die. Just pretty this edge up a little bit. That looks generally like we were thinking.
This is so much better. We used to do this with shovels that would break all the time.
The whole mine area with like iron shovels. Just didn't want to waste any diamonds. It was one after the other.
Well, I mean, we have plenty of iron, so you know.
We did. We have something like 9 double chests of iron blocks, and the farm is still producing. The chest is just overflowing. I think Zazie is going to use some of the iron. I gave her my pick today, my old fortune pick.
Well, we have plenty of those. Not by our own hands either.
No.
That
Just gonna look after
gifts.
it. It's named Salt's Lucky Pick, so I know it's mine.
Oh, you made it.
Yes, it's my
Okay,
my
yeah,
one
I
from
never
survival.
made any picks. All my picks.
I just
were
renamed
from
them.
Truth.
I just renamed them. Yeah, that was one I renamed from Truth. They put my name on it, so it was mine. Mine. Mine.
My own.
Mine.
My precious.
Ooh, leather. I'll take that.
Yeah, that is a lot better. Yeah, before it was just way too flat.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
and then
that
we're
looks
going
good.
to put this back over. There we go. Replace all that limestone, and then we can.
Yeah, we'll custom build. Yeah, exactly.
Features in here.
I don't think we should like try to leverage this. That's just fun in survival, silly and creative.
Yeah.
Just making the decisions for you, which gets suckered into quite a bit today. I'm like, I should lay this around this natural grass block, and I'm like, I can just delete that grass block.
Yeah.
It's easy to get suckered. I love the way some of it bleeds through, though. That's always a nice texture too. Does that look good on your shaders? Where
no, anything with that transition, it's all broken. And the shaders I don't like BSL. I saw that earlier. BSL has a really, what do you call it? Cartoony look to it.
Yes, it is a little bright. I think
I don't like cartoony.
Yeah,
it's not my style.
Fair enough.
And it really bothers me. You know, Zeus is like the best in my book of shaders that I've tried.
And still for that one, Zeus, the gravel to grass transition, that's also broken, right?
Yeah. So any transitioning, any of that transition stuff is broken for me.
Gotcha. Well, that'll all be green in a minute. Let's go look at this. This is all green now. The ditch is almost all green, so that's looking pretty damn good. Oh, podzol. We'll have to get rid of that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and replace all this really quick.
Yeah, I'll delete new place blocks.
Okay.
It's faster. Especially because the grass gets in the way of the replacing.
Yeah.
I'm always replacing grass with the block, and that's...
Well, that would give us a little bit of time.
Gosh, it really is everywhere, isn't it?
We don't have to go far in. I think that's probably good. There we go.
I don't even know where I am. How far away am I?
You're pretty far in.
Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, don't worry about it from that point on. You know, we can just leave.
I lost all sense of which direction I was turning. There's a little bit over here.
Let's just fill this in with grass, and then let's get back. Well, you have to go. You have to go.
I have to go. But I've lost you right over here. Okay. Yeah, I'll have my coffee early in the morning, and I'll come and do a bit more tidying of this.
Yeah, I might actually be able to come join you. What time are you going to be on tomorrow morning?
I usually get on around like 5 until 7, something like that.
Okay, I can probably be on around 6. 5 is a little early for a Saturday morning. If I don't have to be up at 5. But yeah, I can probably be around on 6.
I don't seem to have a choice. That's just when I'm awake. So
yeah,
and the smell of coffee is irresistible. So.
Yeah, I'll plan on coming around 6 o'clock, and then let's figure out what will be our focus tomorrow. You want to focus on the hamlet, get that out of the way, or do you want to use that as like a last? You know, get the pastures done and then do the hamlet.
No, I think it'd be good to get the hamlet in, and it's like it'll spread from there. I think the detail and purpose will spread from there. I think the only other important thing is really just making sure, if you're staying on a bit tonight, that there are clear signs for people to come on it. Because you know, if Brain and Fing come on tomorrow, we've done down that end now. They're going to want to come on and get on with something.
Yeah, and we should try to make examples, like, you know, for example, if anyone wants to do just like quote unquote brainless work, is all of the edges to all these fields. And so we should come up with kind of like an example of what those edges should be. Like, for example, I feel like along the main road, all of this should be stone wall, but in here should just be hedgerows and, you know, thickets and things of that nature.
A few bits of cobble with hedgerow and...
So yeah, all the outside should be cobbled wall, and then everything on the inside should be more hedges. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But man, come up here and look at what we just did.
Maybe we can do Yeah,
that's gonna look nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna look really good.
And just imagine, like, you know, there's that one there. There's gonna be one over there, one over there, one up above the Brock. You know, one left of the festival circle. It's gonna be really nice. Just all of this kind of just coming in and populating our lands. So super exciting to see this coming together.
So maybe that's what we'll fiddle around with tomorrow, is like do one section of the main road wall and then one section of
that's a good idea.
Wall and hedgerow. So
for tomorrow, tomorrow let's get on and let's do this road and this wall here. Yeah, let's do that tomorrow morning.
Something like that.
But anyways, I'm gonna go take a break myself, and then I'll come back and I'll get some more done this evening.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, I'll see you around there, Soul.
Yep, later guys. Later folks.
Alright guys, I will be right back. I don't have my, actually here, let me see if I can pull up my BRB screen really quick. There it is. 1 second guys. Here it is, right there. And BRB. Okay, I'll be right back guys. Don't go far. Alright, well, I have been requested to come upstairs, but I'm going to stay on for another half an hour, and then we'll go back up and do some stuff. So, anyways. Just trying to think about how I want to do this. Okay, so the first thing what we're going to do is start throwing down our road. We'll start with this block. So this is like a main road here, so it needs to be nice and wide. Also, we should technically, I mean, there's things we can do to make it more realistic, but I'm taking the lazy route. You know, there are ways to design roads to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, for example, you can make it drier. Like, for example, if it's mainly wagons that are traveling over the road, you can make it where the wagon wheels are, it's drier and more beat down. And then in the middle of the road, it would hump up a little bit. But I'm not quite certain that I want to quite go that far into this. Again, that goes back to branches and things. There are people with far greater attention to details. You know, I know these details. I know that, you know, how good they look. But the problem with them is just, it just takes an extra amount of time. And this is a decent, you know, looking road here. You know, one thing that we could do, but it wouldn't really be the same type of wagons traversing this, so it's not really that necessary. I'm gonna remove that because it would be primarily foot traffic. And you know, I got a few wagons. Like, for example, I got this wagon over here. This is the hay wagon that they are, so they got one of these hay stacks, and they're throwing it into the back of this cart here. So that's what this is representing. And this is going to be taken to the mill, apparently. There has been this idea to put a mill in here. A water mill. So that's in the plans. It'll take a little while to do, though. Well, it'll be a while before we get to that, is what I'm trying to say. All right. What are those? The coin. These are actually wicker fences. So if you place them together, they become like that. But if you place them as a single, or say if you place them up one, that's what they become. Very nice model. But these are actually wicker fences. So that's a neat little Conquest reforged trick. Sure thing. Yeah, little things like that are nice to know. Are nice to know when it's definitely a helpful block to have in certain circumstances. And some people are really good at getting all these right block combinations and making some really cool stuff and unique stuff with these models that we have. Alright, continue with this block here. Yeah. Well, we're not going to be using like water wheels or windmills. Those are too advanced for our culture. I mean, the boat that we have in our lake is quite advanced, but we're not going to be continuing that type of modern technology type of stuff, because, you know, windmills and things of that sort, water wheels, are very modern, or more modern, should I say. So, the type of mill that I'm thinking of is, so basically, the current of the creek would be diverted and funneled through an opening, like here. And there'd be cobble to sort of like hold it back, so it'd be kind of like a little dam. And then it would be shooting through and stuff. But anyways, there's problems with this idea. But anyways, it'll just kind of come through, and there's going to be a horizontal sort of like propeller. And then the current would obviously propel the propeller. And then it would turn basically straight up into a grinding wheel. I think the windmill is the first in the timeline. I have not heard that. I thought a water wheel would be something far more, not a water wheel, but a mill would be something more akin, or more available, or more technologically, or less technologically advanced than a windmill. A windmill is a crazy amount of gears and stuff, whereas what I'm talking about is very, very rustic, very, yeah, it's not advanced at all. Yeah, what I have planned is very basic. Like, for example, a water wheel would be too advanced for what I'm thinking of, you know, for our culture. Let's see, 8:05. So I got about 20 minutes left, 25 minutes left, and should be enough time to get this road done and maybe get a start on this wall here. We'll see. But man, just imagine, guys. Just imagine seeing Dun Caledon from this side once all of this is finished. Because that's the plan. All of this will be done. There will not be a speck of grass left. Everything's going to be covered. I am so excited for this. I mean, this project, I am so inspired for this project. Like, it's so rustic. It's not really grand. It's not like this grand fortress or anything. Now, I will let you guys in on what's coming, though. The next project that we have is a grand fortress. It'll be about twice the size of Dun Caledon. Built atop what is... I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Japanese or Chinese castles, but their castles are built atop these platform type things, so our outpost will be built on top of that, and then it'll also be more or less like a medieval / Byzantine fantasy style. Very heavy stoneworks, very defended. And its design would be to defend a kind of like a Silk Road type thing. we got a custom map in the making, which is in the works, and hopefully the time period is about 2 months. You know, I'm hoping that in 2 months that map's going to be done. And if the map is done, then we can go ahead with this project coming up. But it's going to be a pretty significant project for sure. And then it'll probably take 3 months for us to finish that, make that into one video. Would that feature native flora? That will be in creative there, Isaac. Django is our lead architect on that project. Or will be our lead architect on that project. So going forward, my plan is to theme builds off of certain Draconians. So that will keep our builds unique and diverse from each one. Like, for example, Kurgan would be a grand orc tribe, you know, some orc tribe fortress thing. Meso would be something high fantasy. She really likes, like, you know, a village for golems, or a village for elves, or something of that nature. Town for elves, who knows. Django obviously will be the Belferon outpost. I'm trying to think of other specific things. You know, Isaac will make you a giant wheat field. I'm just kidding. We'll figure out something real nice for you. But, you know, each project we're talking about months, you know, so I'm trying not to think too far down the line and getting, you know, things too excited, you know. Trying to keep things reasonable, because literally the plan is we'll start that next project in September. So we're literally, you know, 2 months planned for this project to finish all the surroundings. But it's going to be a fun episode, and that's what I really like about doing all this is, I don't know about you guys, but if I watch an episode and all that is done in that episode is like 2 houses and a road, like, that just, it doesn't really excite me. Like, for example, our last episode was the entire village, right? And then our next episode will be all of these surroundings. So, you know, it just makes watching episodes that much more interesting. Makes it worth watching. The agree of the community. Yes, yes. A Scottish castle. Very nice. Well, like I said, you know, we're talking about months of time dedicated to each project, so we have to keep things realistic, keep things focused. But the time will tell. Oh, we gotta get some of that chalky soil in there too. I'm gonna try to keep the mossy towards the edges. Keep some sort of rhythm. There we go. The basilica I made last season. Well, I mean, it's all up to Django. He's our... So I'm not sure if you know anything about Django. They're Democles, but he has been working on a project for... He's been a Draconian from the beginning. And he has just a fascination and love towards the Byzantine style. And so he's been making this fantasy Byzantine project over on his private world on Darwin called Belferon. And so the idea is with our upcoming project is we're going to make it into an outpost of Belferon on our new map, which is going to serve as a border fortress along the Silk Road that connects the world that we're going to be building on to his Belferon. Lore-wise, of course, not physically or anything. So, but anyways, it's all up to him what he wants to do. A lot of Scottish castles aren't that big. Well, we'll make it big. We're gonna make it. Did you know that Edinburgh is like one of the largest castles in the world? So don't tell me Scottish castles aren't big, Sir Isaac. You've never seen his structure project, okay. Yeah, it's worth checking out. Yeah, if you're ever on Darwin, just go to world visit Django 8205. But like I said, the most importantly, he's been a Draconian for ever since the beginning. It is a great name. Just keeping it real. But yes, Edinburgh. That's a big castle there. Them Scots know how to build them. That's for sure. But hey, I'm Scottish too, so I definitely have a soft spot for Scottish architecture and culture. My last name used to be something, at least in the past, used to be something very funny. I'm not gonna, well, okay, yeah, my last name, if it wasn't purposely changed, and I forget the background on why it was changed or how it was changed, but my last name used to be Smelly, or at least my family name was Smelly, S-M-E-L or S-M-E-L-L-Y, Smelly. And then that has changed over the years, so very fortunate and very, very glad for that. So, yeah, definitely has made improvements. And by the way, for those of you that, I don't know, might be interested, the Draconians are open for applications if anyone is interested. If you are, let me know over Discord or after the stream, and I can get you set up with something. But I'm not sure if you guys have watched the episode, but we do have 2 open trial slots at a time. Currently, we have 1 trial slot closed to the next brain, and we have 1 open slot, so there's always that option. So why not build Dublin with CR for the next great project? If I'm not, says the wrong cap. Oh goodness, you guys. Alright, so that road is pretty consistent in thickness across, so I'm gonna say that's probably pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We should probably start that road right there. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that one. Come up this way. I completely understand that there, Lumos. Free time is hard to come by these days. Speaking of free time, My wife asked me to come upstairs, so like I said, I still got about 15 minutes left, so I'm going to use as much of that time as I can. But yeah, you know, between working 10 hours a day, family, you know, 2 kids, I know all about that free time thing. I know all about that. So actually, this might be something that you might know him. Syncnu. Do you know Syncnu by any chance? He's another streamer. He does 3D stuff. Very talented. But it sounds like you might do pretty much stuff like he does, and I have a lot of respect for people that can do all that. Just it's amazing. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You've seen his streams pop up? Yeah. There used to be a time when he was actually building a world called Udran. I forget. Anyways. And he was building this. It was amazing. Like, he stopped making it sense. Like, now what he does is he 3D prints stuff. Like, he's more focused on Dungeons and Dragons now. And you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. That way, and then we're gonna do this way. And then there's gonna be a triangle kind of opening in the middle. And plus, we gotta remember that this road is not going to be near as wide as the other one. The flags, yes. There's always an extra detail, am I right? Modeling, texturing, rigging, shaders, scene assembly, lighting. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So you do all of the 3D stuff. You do all the 3D stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for that. That takes a lot of skill to be able to put all that together, and the textures. You gotta get the textures right. You gotta get the. There's a lot that goes into it. I'm not an expert in any. Never played D&D. Me neither. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for game artists and 3D artists and just all of that. Just there's a lot that goes into all that. I'm more specialized in Cena. That's super fun, yeah. Your project was ironically born from D&D. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest. I never actually played it myself, so I don't know anything. I don't know much about D&D. And you know what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually going to make like a rock feature. So basically, it's gonna be like that. Something like that there. Okay. There's that. There we go. Just a little weird rock feature, just kind of there, and we'll do something with it eventually. Just, you know, we're not quite there yet. All right, so we need some more chalky soil in there. Good, and then we're gonna definitely need some more of this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and make some of this into some more grass, because we don't need all that. that stuff in there. Have a nice evening. All right, hey, Demockles, thank you so much for stopping by. Always great to have you around. Get some rest. We'll see you next time. Am I missing anything? Have a good one. I'll show the ships with their flag tomorrow. All right. Hey, have a good night there, Appler. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. All right, I definitely want to try to put some more grass in here. This road's getting a little bit too thick. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Something like that. And then do that right there. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And then that would follow up that way. Okay. And we will layer all this, so don't worry about that. And that's all going to be taken care of as we move forward. Just right now, we're trying to throw in the main blocks and get it sorted out from its foundation, and then we'll come back through and make it happen. Yeah, I'll be honest. That's something I wanted to get into earlier on. 3D modeling and whatnot, but I didn't push hard enough. Because I started out on Google Sketch, and I was like so tempted to get into. I tried to get into Maya. I couldn't quite. I didn't push hard enough to learn the software, and then that's where I got hung up and I quit. There was another program I used to use too. Yeah, I used SketchUp for a good long while. I made a whole bunch of stuff. I started off with a bunch of ships, made some castles, but the problem is with SketchUp is once you get into at least the computer I was using at the time, once you get into making stuff with a whole lot of, lines, it starts lagging and it becomes impossible to move around. So that's kind of why I gave up SketchUp. But and then when I tried to get into Maya, there was something that really frustrated me about that. I never actually made anything in Maya. I got into Photoshop a good bit, got into Illustrator a good bit. But yeah, it's just, thought I heard a pillager nearby. But it's okay, I'm happy. I'm happy with, how things turned out overall. Do I have my dream job? No. Does it pay the bills though? Yes, it does. So. But, it lets me do this. This is what I do. I do really like having the opportunity to get on and stream and do this as my hobby. I do enjoy this a lot. Sketchfab just fakes all that for you, so it's a really hard transition. Well, like I said, I never really got into it. I mean, I tried, but that was all hobby based. Like, it was me trying to get into it in terms of just wanting to play around with it, kind of thing. Okay, we gotta move all this. I have no idea where to move this where it's not going to be in the way in one way or another. We'll move it tomorrow. Because I was thinking about doing this road here, but I think I'm just going to do this road. This road right here. I'm going to go ahead and build this out some. But ultimately, what I wanted to get into as a profession is I wanted to get into concept art, but the school I went to was more geared towards abstract art, and it was a private school, and they, you know, whenever I would try to do conceptual work, you know, and, you know, what I like to do is like spaceships or medieval stuff or something of that nature, and I never got high grades for that. They always wanted the stuff with weird colors and, you know, just literally, they would give a top grade to spilled coffee beans and tea bags taped with duct tape and a feather that's glued on to a glass cup, you know? And they'd be like, oh, so much meaning, so much art. And then here I would come in with trying to make something actually tangible. Like, this is a thing. This is a designed, engineered thing. C-. Yeah, that's what really bummed me out about getting into art. Because, yeah, I wasn't having that. But, you know, that's just the way it went. And I know if I practice hard enough, and if I worked hard enough at it, and if anyone, if you just put enough effort into something, you can achieve those dreams that you have. But, you know, what I have learned is to be able to support a family off of something like that, art and graphics design and stuff like that. I mean, you have to be the absolute best of the best. You have to be competitive. You have to push past your competitors. You have to almost be, you know, hang neck. You gotta really put your all into it. And I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person that's going to try to eat somebody else alive in order to get a position, you know? Yeah, I'll kind of agree. Most art schools are useless, yeah. I mean, you gotta be really good. You gotta have a solid portfolio. You gotta have a good standing. You have, and another big thing is you need, obviously, networking. Networking is a huge thing. But that's in any field. Like, I don't think there's no such thing as a job in this world without, well, I mean, I guess there is, but there's no such thing as a good job in this world without networking. You gotta know people. You gotta know people. But I'm not the type that is going to walk over somebody else to get a position. I'm more of the type where I'd rather help somebody else get that position, you know? Would I like the pay raise? Sure. But do I want to ruin somebody else's life to get it? Nah. But, you know, it doesn't always work out like that, but I'm just saying. I'm not suited for that type of environment. Okay, well that's looking pretty decent. I think what I need to do though, I feel like what I should have done is kind of followed the curve here and then gone in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to redo this because I just won't be happy if I don't do this. I just won't be happy. I want to be happy. Yes, sometimes the best way to learn is to teach. That's right. There we go. That's what I want right there. Okay, and then this field can then gain a little bit more space right there, which I like. Yes. Brought it up to 15K users, helping out as many people as I did, honestly. It helped me way more than anyone else. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and see, you know, for example, it's your free time. Like, what do you put your free time into? I put my free time into this, you know. Could I be more productive with my free time and, like, do something that could actually benefit financially? Yes. But I prefer and I designate that free time towards doing this, you know. I could be doing, side work. I could be learning a craft. I could be doing something that could be positively affecting my, learning something new, making something, that could be tangible and could be sold. But no, I choose to get on the Minecraft and build stuff. I like doing this. But we all make our choices to do what we want to do. I still wonder what I'll miss from that. I kind of regret it sometimes. Yeah. For me, I'm married. I have my wife. I have 2 kids, and that's my social life. That's about all the social that I can put in. And it is 8:35. I'm gonna finish this little section of road and then I gotta get off. But I'd say it's been a good stream tonight. We got a lot done. We've successfully planned this area. We built a little dock. We did a lot of little stuff around. So I'm very happy with the overall, what we did in this stream. So you guys are now starting to see the overall plan, and you can see how. So by the way, this over here is going to be another village. Obviously not quite the Dun Caledon caliber, but it's going to be like four houses. Four houses, not a council building or anything, but like 4 houses and some different types of things to add purpose and whatnot. But anyways, long story short, that's going to be built up. We're going to have another one of those hamlets that we just built over there. There's going to be one up here. Where is it going to be? Right here. There's going to be another hamlet right here. There's going to be another hamlet right over here. Let's load it in a little bit. Okay, where was this other one going to be? I think it was going to be like right here. There's going to be another hamlet right here. Well, these are homesteads. I'm sorry, these are homesteads. There's going to be another homestead right here. Well, I guess in this vicinity. I think like right here would be the best spot. Yeah, this would be a good natural spot for a homestead right there. And then there's going to be another homestead right around here somewhere. I think it was supposed to be right here. Yeah, right here. This is going to be the other homestead. So this right here is going to be a temple or a religious structure. I'm kind of thinking like, you know, how Egyptians have pyramids, Mayans have pyramids, yada, yada, yada. You know, and, you know, Celtic, you kind of think of these large mounds, right? But this mound's going to have these big monoliths and everything, and it's going to be this, you know, labyrinth inside. And I'm still trying to think up reasons why it's there, but ultimately the idea is that this is going to be like a big mound thing here. So looking forward to that. We're going to have a market area here with a giant stone in the middle. The stone will probably be about, I don't know, this tall. Big old stone in the middle. And then there's going to be carts all the way around to sell the goods. What other unique details? There's going to be a fortress right here. It's going to be called a brock. There's going to be a system of ditches all the way around it. It's going to have a big wall all the way around. It's going to be a lot of terraforming done right here. So yeah. And this is an example of what it eventually is going to look like. And that is looking pretty decent, I must say. I am liking that. The only thing I'm not really liking is the tall grass. I don't like how lime green the tall grass is. I don't know if that's my shaders or time set dusk. Time set night. All right, let's do time set 10,000. Time set 11,000. Time set 12,000. It's probably just my shaders, but still, it's kind of annoying. Well, anyways, guys, I appreciate you all, and I appreciate you watching and for your support. But we will be ending the stream now. I think I may be able to stream tomorrow, but that is up in the air. I'll let you guys know if you follow on Discord, and we'll get some more done. So anyways, long story short, have a great night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.